Well, well, well. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Again, what's my weakness? Hopes for the Vikings. Keep Skull alive. The Vikings at 4-5, the best 4-5 team in NFL history, getting it done in Los Angeles against the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego, 27-20. And this Vikings team can hang and bang with anyone in this league. They can also play down to any team in this league. That's what's been so infuriating about this squad. It's not like they're getting blown off the ball and losing by 20 every single week. It's the fact that the Vikings, all of their losses were within one score. And it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. But at 4-5, they still essentially control their own destiny. They still have a very good shot to make the playoffs and maybe make a little noise. Because I'll tell you one thing, no one wants to play the Vikings, especially in the playoffs when it does come down to more Mike Zimmer football. If you can play defense and run the ball, that travels. Plus, you add in if Kubiak is starting to get his ish together. Oh, throwing the ball Justin Jefferson. It works. Also, getting Thielen more involved, actually giving the ball to KJ. Gronklin is a threat. If this offensive line gets its stuff together, keep Mason Cole in over Bradbury, replace Udo with Wyatt Davis no matter what, and if Kirk Cousins can stop pulling big boners, guess what? Guess what? Super dangerous team. But we'll see as the Green Bay Packers descend upon historic US Bank Stadium on Sunday. But at 4-5, they're currently in the 8th spot, just outside of the NFC playoff places. Remember, 7 make it in. 3 wild cards in the updated playoff format. So the Panthers with a pretty substantial 38-10 win over the Arizona Cardinals without Kyler, without Nuke, without JJ Watt. So that's whatever. But Panthers, they got Cam back, man. Is he gonna be enough? I don't know. Like, Cam is still washed, but we'll see. And the Vikings still have the head-to-head against Carolina. That's important. So the Vikings could easily overtake Carolina or maybe even the Saints as they're starting to fade a little bit for one of those final wild card spots. And also the Falcons just getting owned by the Cowboys. That certainly helped. Plus the Vikings do square off against the Niners here. And also, yeah, Seattle might be a little bit too little too late. And also, I like how the Bears and the Lions are in the bottom. So that makes me happy. And then going over to the Eggheads at 538. Currently, the Vikings playoff chances are at a robusto 42%. But with Green Bay in town, Green Bay allegedly up here, over 99% chance to make the playoffs at, again, allegedly 8-2. But whatever. They're coming to US Bank Stadium without Aaron Jones, who is the best Aaron on that offense. And guess what? Guess what? Vikings eat a big-time W, get it done against Green Bay. All of a sudden, oh, Mr. Happy's back. Oh, that jumps up to 63, 64, 63% to make the playoffs. Plus, the Vikings were, I think it was 5% to win the division before. It goes up to 12% now because, remember, the Vikings play the Packers twice, even though they have 3.5 games to make up. And also, they have 5 division games left. So the Vikings, if they can get their stuff together, can still make a little bit of noise in the division as well. Plus, this is off screen, but then the Vikings travel to San Francisco, which doesn't look as daunting as it did when the schedule first came out. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries, a lot of subpar play, maybe Kyle Shanahan's on the hot seat, etc. So 62%. Vikings move to 6-5. That jumps up to 79%. 4 out of 5 times the Vikings are in the dance, baby. Now, I understand. Making the playoffs, maybe a one and done, maybe win a game, maybe whatever. Does that keep Zimmer in the job? It's possible. And I still do think that the Vikings need to go in a different direction in terms of leadership, but it is what it is. I mean, this team is way too talented to keep it down for this long. The Vikings, you look at the schedule, I mean, you could make a good case here that the Vikings, maybe not easily, but certainly in the realms of possibility and within a couple standard deviations, should be 7-2. 8-1, maybe even. So the fact that the Vikings, all of their losses are within one score, I mean, that you're walking the razor's edge right there. But also, it means that the Vikings can hang with anyone, like we said. And that the most frustrating thing is this team should be 6-3. It should not be 4-5 because that Dallas loss was abysmal. They should have closed out Baltimore, who, I don't know. It's hard to say because a John Harbaugh team is always going to be tough, but I don't think this version of the Ravens is as good as some of their previous incarnations. That's for sure. So and then the Vikings getting it done against the Chargers. But if they can somehow, some way, beat the Greasy, Grimy Green Bay Packers, which I think they can, especially with the home field advantage. Hopefully, U.S. Bank Stadium will be more green and yellow versus yellow. I know, purple and yellow. Ooh, Freudian slip. Whatever. And then go on to San Francisco. And then you're on to Detroit. Detroit, they're not going to go winless. So we have that. That is off the schneid. So because you know for a fact that if Detroit entered that game against the Vikings winless, well, they're still winless, but having lost all their games, they would have beat the Vikings. 100%. Well, they should have beat the Vikings in the first time around, but whatever. And then Thursday, Pittsburgh does not look as daunting as it did to start the year. And then the Bears are fading away. You get them twice. You got to play the Rams the day after Christmas. That's whatever. Then you're at Green Bay. They may be in the clubhouse. So we may see Jordan Love. We may see the backups, whatever. Don't care. Hell, play your best. We'll beat your ass up at your stadium just like we did last year in front of no fans. Woo. It's like, oh, the Packers are like, oh, we're used to it because it's like we're playing in the 80s again. Face. And then just for schnitz, because, you know, we even though yesterday was massively positive, we have to look slightly at the negative as well. So the Vikings draft position dropped from 12 to 13. Atlanta dropped because they got rocked. Man, this is what is so stupid. So the Cowboys got lit up at home by the Broncos, and then they just shellacked the Falcons, who were playing some great football. Any given Sunday, man. So the fact that sometimes a team will show up and sometimes they won't, and the fact that the Vikings haven't really blown anyone out, although, you know, they kick Seattle's ass, it's fine, but they haven't gotten blown out themselves, it gives you a lot of hope. Maybe it's a false hope, maybe it's a false dawn, but it's certainly something to think on. So I'm fired up, man. Like, screw the draft pick. I'm still all in, keeping Skull alive, getting it done, and we will rise, baby. We will rise. That's right. So say that the Vikings sneak into the 7 seed. It's whatever. I think you could make a good case that they could push for 6. Probably not going to lap the Rams or the Cardinals, whoever ends up as the top wild card from the NFC West. That's whatever. But say they sneak in at 7, open up at Arizona. Woo! Bring it on. Run it back. Week 2, Greg Joseph Bowl, fluke. We massively outplayed the Cardinals that day. I say bring it. See red, be dead. That's right. That's what's going to happen, man. So, again, maybe it's false hope, but we're back. We are back, baby. But let us know your thoughts on our thoughts, NFL playoff picture, as well as the Vikings draft pick update. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Cash rules everything around me. Cream. But till next time, Skull, production value.